moving on, next up, we got interior defensive linemen, defensive tackles, whatever you want to call them here. Some top round options: Byron Murphy out of Texas, Johnny Newton out of Illinois, and Chris Jenkins out of Michigan. And then for day 2 options, I don't know why I'm putting myself through this torture of trying to pronounce these names, but we got Ruki Ahora out of Clemson, Mike Hall Jr. out of Ohio State, Mason Smith out of LSU, Braden Fisk out of Florida State, Brandon Dorless out of Oregon, and Makai Wingo. I'm sorry, I forgot to put your college on this list. I want to say it's LSU. I'm pretty sure it's LSU. If it's not LSU, congratulations. You're a Tiger now. Go Tigers. I'm going to let you go first here.
Right.
The top round options. Who'd you grab? Who are you picking for the Steelers?
Yeah, I went with Byron Murphy, the second out of Texas, another Texas guy. Again, Texas had a great team this year. He's graded in the first round at number 16. I don't know if he'll be up there that long, to be honest. I think this is a guy that'll be picked early. He was a 1-year starter at Texas. He's a very versatile player where he's able to actually
2 touchdowns. Yeah.
He's able to score, on the offensive side like a TJ Watt, rushing touchdown or receiving touchdown. So definitely something maybe if he's available, if the Steelers are able with Arthur Smith have any trick plays, if they get a guy like this, to make some trick plays down near the goal line. He comes off the ball low and strong, and he's a very power pack first step athlete. So I think that this is definitely a great round, first round pick, that the Steelers could go for. Again, I don't think he's going to be available, but he's definitely a top round option for the Steelers.
I went with Johnny Newton. He's out of Illinois. Apologies to Illinois for not putting them on there. I got a little lazy there, I think, but he's graded out as a first or second round pick, 28th overall. He's undersized, as they say, but when you think of undersized, you think of a Pitt defensive tackle. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that name. I'm going to go Kalijah Kancey instead. We had a great year this year for Tampa Bay. We're going Kalijah Kancey. We're never comparing anyone to Aaron Donald on this podcast. If you do it, I'll find a new co-host. I'll find a new podcast because there's no one to compare to Aaron Donald just because they're undersized. But I went with Kalijah Kancey as a comparison here. He's got a ton of experience, 37 career starts, 45 games total, tons of production, 17 and a half career sacks, 28 tackles for losses, tons of accolades, first team All-American, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, and he's a team captain. He's my guy. I was like, we don't need a defensive tackle in the first round, but then I read his little write-up for Johnny Newton, and it was something. It was like, this might be a guy where at 20 even you're getting a guy who's going to be an impactful player from the beginning of his career. I hope was that a good pitch for him? Did you like my pitch for Johnny Newton?
That was great. I thought that was perfect. No, I thought that was great. Yeah, I liked everything about it. Yeah, that was great.
Next up, we got the mid-round options. I'll go here. Braden Fisk out of Florida was my guy. He's graded third-round guy, 71 overall. He's a super senior. He actually began his career at Western Michigan before being a grad transfer to FSU. He had solid production just like Newton before him. 19 and a half career sacks, 36 and a half tackles for loss. I see him as a guy who would be more of a depth piece, a rotational piece. But I like the fact that we've already seen him jump from Western Michigan to FSU. That's a jump up from Group of 5 to Power 5, where he still held his own. He was still a good player for Florida State last year. So that shows me something, and it shows me maybe there's adversity that he was able to overcome there, that he'll be able to take this jump to the NFL too. That's my guy, though, Braden Fisk.
Yeah, and I went with Mike Hall Jr. at Ohio State. Okay. And, Ohio State is definitely one of those acclaimed schools that has a lot of great players that come out of. He was graded in the second and third round, number 60 overall. He was a 2-year starter at Ohio State. I think if he's available in the third round, I think this could be a great pickup in that third round pick for the Steelers. His pass rush win rate was the second best in college at 18.3%. only behind Byron Murphy, the second, the guy I picked for a first-round option. So I definitely think he could be a mid-round option for the Steelers to pick up, for the position. So, if he's available, I think the Steelers should look at maybe picking this guy up.
Yeah, it sounds like a good name there too.